Hey everyone, it's Sleeves here from the Senior Pickleball Report, and I want to talk about the Pickleball Effect, a book which I am part of. My story is in there. Scott Manthorn, he is a two-time best-selling author, The Network Effect and The Military Effect, and now the Pickleball Effect. And he gathered 50 stories about how this wonderful sport impacts our lives and affects us all and the communities that we belong to. And Scott is working along with six nonprofits, and he's supporting their work through his book. And one of them today is Pickleball Farm. Jay Hall and his wife Lane, Jay better known as Gizmo, they started a farm really to introduce folks to where our food comes from. So folks learn how to garden, they learn how to fish, but they're also introduced to pickleball and the wonderful community and life lessons that come with this game. Gizmo is also a very, very talented motivational speaker, and he is an icon of this sport. If you watched enough pickleball, you have seen Gizmo somewhere, and you'll know it when you see him. Great guy, great attitude, and doing something really near and dear to my heart. All right, let's get to that conversation with Gizmo. All right, everybody, let's welcome one of the, I would say, icons of the game, Gizmo from the Pickleball Farm. Welcome to the Senior Pickleball Report, Gizmo.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you having me on, and I hope you're having a great day today.
I am, and I hope you're having a great day as well. The weather's starting to turn here in New Mexico. We're finally getting some leaves falling off the trees.
Yeah. I don't think there's too many leaves left on trees here in Virginia, but we are getting a little crisp, fall crisp in the air.
Great. Well, I mean, you've done a lot of things. A lot of people know who you are. You're pretty iconic in the pickleball community. You're doing some great things, obviously, with your work with your nonprofit, which we'll get to. But folks got to find out how you got in the game itself and how this crazy wiffle ball sport found your life.
Yeah, man. So it's crazy. I actually was introduced to this sport by two 70-year-old ladies at a rec center in Virginia, and I was just shooting around basketball, and I just heard this weird sound, and it almost sounded like table tennis. So I was like, I've played table tennis before a time or two. Let me just go see what's going on. And I peeked around the corner, and I saw three nets set up and a bleacher full of we'll call them more mature individuals. And I said, you know what? What in the world are they playing? So these two ladies said, "Would you like me to show you how pickleball works?" And I said, "No, it's okay." So I watched them, and I didn't play the first time, but I was off work for 2 days, went back to work, and I was in the gym again shooting around, and I heard that same sound. So I peeked around the curtain, and those same two ladies came over and they put a paddle in my hand and said, "You don't get to look twice without at least trying it once." And from that point forward, I was absolutely hooked. And within 6 months, I quit my job at the fire department to chase this wild dream of becoming a professional pickleball player.
Yeah, you're right. It is. It's taken a lot of us by surprise on some level of where it's gone. I mean, talk to me a little bit about that for a minute. Like, obviously you get into the game and then you sort of see the explosion of it. And now globally, what are your thoughts about just the spread of the game since you've entered it?
Oh, I mean, it's absolutely mind blowing. I mean, I've been playing pickleball since 2018, and
Right.
a lot of people I come into contact with, they're like, "Oh, it's an older person sport," or they'll say, "I've never even heard of it. When was it, invented?" So I'll give them a little bit of
Yeah.
background. But I mean, as far as where the sport has gone, just from my knowledge since 2018, it's what is there? Like, there's like a Japan Open, there's an India Open, there's an Australian
Right.
Open. I mean, it's the growth is exponential, and I don't know that I've ever seen anything quite like it. I mean, if we're just talking raw numbers.
Yeah. I know. I would agree 100%. I played beach volleyball for 25 years, and that was a pretty big explosion as well, but not even close or in the same area as what pickleball has been. And it's one thing obviously to love the game and to go out there and play it a lot. It's another thing to sort of do what you're doing and start a nonprofit, introducing people to the game. And I have a spot in my heart that I love what you're doing. I live off grid. I have for about 15 years. Trying to teach people, my students, I used to teach high school, where food comes from, how to get food, where the water comes out of your tap, and then you get to also introduce people to the game. So talk to me about the pickleball farm.
Yeah, so little known fact about me is I love helping people, but I don't really like people. Generally speaking, that's how I got to the farm because I told my wife at the time, my girlfriend at the time, now my wife, I said, look, when our lease is up, I want to move to the country because I just got tired of dealing with people, the rigmarole of, the hustle
Yeah.
and bustle and it just got old. So I said I want at least 5 acres and we ended up finding 10 acres with a 2 acre pond and enough fencing. So now we've got chickens, turkeys, goats, pigs, and a mini donkey. But through that, we're able to, get a pickleball court built. We fundraised almost 30 grand to get that built. And then now we bring families out and introduce them kind of like exactly what you were just talking about. Introduce them to not only pickleball, but we teach them if they want to fish, we'll forage for mushrooms, we'll do tree identification, we'll do tons of stuff in the garden. Depending on the time of the year, they'll help us plant stuff, they'll help us harvest stuff. And then our goal as a farm is to donate at least 5,000 pounds of produce to the local food bank every year. So if we go above and beyond that, that's amazing. But our drop dead goal every year is 5K.
That's incredible. I mean, you're doing such amazing work. I mean, when people come out to visit me and they see how the folks I live with, I live in a small intentional community in the southwest corner of New Mexico, and they see what people have been doing and the food they create and the lifestyle they create, and they crave it. You can tell they crave it once they get that sort of silence and that peace and sort of getting their hands in the dirt. Talk to me a little bit about some of the reactions that some of the people have when they come into the farm.
Absolutely. Your level of exposure is going to dictate where you go in this life. And, the amount of people who have never been around, turkeys or around chickens
Yeah.
or actually had their hands in the dirt planting garlic or whatever is astonishing. And if you think about it, a lot of people just don't have access to it. Or again, get caught up in that, hustle bustle where they just don't think they have the time for it. But I mean, I've had people message us, "Hey, can I just come feed your animals? I just kind of need the mental break, if you will." And I look at the farm similar to pickleball as far as there's a lot of different things under the pickleball umbrella. The competitive aspect, the friendly aspect, the workout aspect, the social aspect. The farm is the same thing. It's not just one thing that we offer when you come here. We want to throw everything at the wall and what sticks sticks, because there's going to be people who don't really care to fish, but they want to plant something, or they don't want to plant something, but they want to know more about the animals. But no matter what, we're gaining their attention and we're introducing them to either something new or, just keeping them involved.
Yeah, and I think that's a valid point. I mean, obviously, the community of pickleball can be expanded into so many areas, including obviously the area that you are involved in, and giving people a chance to decompress, just decompress, like coming out to feed the animals. I have people all the time. They just say to me, "I just like knowing that there's people out there that live like you do," and that gives me a little bit of solace that it's possible in the world that we live in. Because I don't think people have any idea that some of these places, some of these spaces exist in the world. And then they come to a place like yours and they get access to it. And at least, even if they never do it again, they know it's there and they're aware of it. And they're aware of, maybe some certain aspects of where their food comes from, where their water comes from. And then you throw in pickleball, which is, yeah, it's a game that I just can't explain how it's taken off. I mean, there's so many aspects to it. Um, Talk about the pickleball side of it. I mean, you bring people out and then you introduce them to this wiffle ball game. What is that like?
For sure. Just something real quick on the food thing. We're a no-till, no-spray farm. So when people come out, we tell them that your food is killing you. There's no matter how you slice it, your food's killing you.
Right.
So we don't put any pesticides, herbicides in anything that we grow or donate. So there's that. And the bigger thing from that is everybody's got a story, and no matter what you're going through or have been through, like there's always a way out. I mean
Yeah.
yeah, I'm doing all this, but I've been shot 4 times. Like I've got a titanium rod in my femur. I'm missing a finger. Like I mean, dude, I'm broke up and beat down. But at the end of the day, my
Yeah.
heart is in the right place as far as like it's not really about me. It's about as many people's lives as I'm able to help impact in a positive manner. because really that's all somebody needs is that one person who believes in them or shows them something that they weren't exposed to before, and you know, who knows what it can lead to, like
Yeah.
longevity wise in life.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And in Scott's Matt Thorne's book, obviously the pickleball effect is about the 50 stories and the nonprofits involved, about sharing how pickleball has not only impacted the people in the book, but the larger community that they touch as well. So talk to me a little bit about your thoughts about the book and your relationship a little bit with the book.
Absolutely. I mean, anybody who wants to do anything positively, whether it's in the youth world or in the pickleball world, as far as spreading the word, I'm a firm fan of. Those who know me know that I struggle with mental health challenges from time to time, and know that pickleball absolutely saved my life. You know, personally, like when I was first introduced to pickleball, that you know, I just lost my mother, and you know, was just kind of going through a rough patch in life, and like pickleball was my reprieve. So, you know, again, by me being able to help spread that word of the sport of pickleball to, you know, people near and afar, um, we may be able to help one other person who may need that push, or that, you know, we'll call it a distraction, um in the life stresses. You know, if we can save one person, that's all that matters, you know, and the more the merrier.
Yeah, absolutely. Scott Manthorne's book, obviously, The Pickleball Effect, Gizmo's story, my story, a bunch of other stories that are really impactful about this game that we just sort of, some people take for granted, but those of us involved in it know what it can do to a community and individuals. Thanks for your time. The Pickleball Farm, link in the description. Check it out. What Gizmo is doing, it's incredible stuff, and it's a great combination that's near and dear to me because I live a life that I hope is somewhat similar to what you're doing, and I get to play this fun game as well. So I appreciate your time, man.
Absolutely, man. Have a good one, and keep farming, brother.
Hope you enjoyed our conversation with Gizmo Pickleball Farm. What a cool place. And Gizmo, great guy. All right, folks, you know what to do at the end of the day. Let's pickle.